What's going on, people? Welcome back to another live show of the Late Night London show. Again, I have to think about that. Right there.
Live show of the live show.
Yeah, that's it. Of the Late Night London show. There we go. So, guys, subscribe, man. We've been on 70k now for a good month now. We're trying to get to 100k before Christmas. I know that's very unlikely, but go subscribe, hit the notification bell, and yeah, we're back again. Got our guest here again. We got Just Chris and Wild G. So yeah, what's going on, guys? How's your weekend?
Good, man. And to your point, yeah, 80% of people that tune into the show, your show, every week aren't subscribed. So take a second now. Doesn't
Do
cost
it now.
anything. Do it now.
It's free.
It's free.
Just
as
subscribe.
well.
You come here every week anyway, so what's the problem? Yeah, because
Yeah.
if 80% of people that are watching the videos are here anyway.
What's up, Michael Wilson? Welcome to the chat.
Yeah, just subscribe.
Michael, how do we sound? Let us know. You're the first in the chat, so we need your help to let us know we sound good. But yeah, what's happening in the news?
How's your weekend first, guys?
Weekend. What did I do on the weekend? Do you know what? I was boring. I did loads of work.
Yeah.
Editing, preparing for next year, pretending that I have any life outside of work at the moment. Good times. Fun times. What about you, Well? Did you have more of a fun weekend?
Nah, it's working. Both days. Working the whole weekend. And
Dead.
then
We're all dead.
outside of working, I did some training, some jiu-jitsu, which was fun. And then I spent some time with the kids. Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, just family and work. Family and work. That's been, for the last maybe month or so, or just before a month, that's literally been me every single week, because obviously the new year's coming up. And the one thing that I always say is January feels like a 6-week month because you get paid early if you're working.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
shit.
if you're not getting paid, even when I've done self-employed,
I forgot about those days where you get paid early during the month.
but even when I've done self-employment, it's like people pay you early as well before they're gonna close up for the your office and stuff like that. So unless you're self-sufficient with your P's coming in or however you sort out your money, then that month just feels like a long,
That actually makes
long
sense.
month.
Because someone's offered us a contract for something, and they're like, "Oh, we want to get it done before the end of the year."
Yeah.
We want to get done for the end of the year. So I'm thinking, "Oh, is that why?"
Yeah, usually. And when I've not done anything work based, as in like waiting for a gyro or anything like that, and I've actually just done it through my self-employment, whether it be dance, whether it be me being like, because I've been like an agent before for people and booked them jobs.
Yeah.
The companies, like what you say, they always want to, even if it's sponsorship, they always want to kind of, especially at the end of the year, get it done, get it over the mark before the end of the year comes. And it's always mainly before about the 22nd. And then you get paid for things, or things go through on the 22nd. Sometimes if it's a benefit, you get paid like the first week.
Yeah.
But if you're not beneficial and you get paid at that time on the 22nd, then that adds another week to your January. Because
There's also pressures of, because everyone's waiting just to buy their Christmas present and so on. You know, we live in a
Have you
capitalist
bought Christmas
community.
presents?
I haven't
I'm
even
so
thought
dead,
about Christmas. Yeah, I haven't even thought. We put a Christmas tree up last week. My partner, she's very excited about it, but I'm not in a Christmas spirit. Not because I don't enjoy Christmas, but it's not hit me yet. I've not spent time watching TV to see the adverts yet. So maybe with a week to go, I'll probably start doing my sort of shopping. But
Last minute.
yeah, last minute it has to be. But yeah, I mean, I had a pretty crazy week, not crazy weekend, but lively weekend. So Friday there was a funeral, followed by a boxing match Friday night. Saturday, our first team had to go and play away to.
Have they won yet?
Ipswich. No, we lost 4-0.
Oh, bro.
We lost 4-0. We're in a bit of a. We're a bit on a losing streak.
How many
at the
times?
moment.
4 in a row?
I think that's 4 in a row. Yeah.
I think like you didn't know.
No.
I think it's 4 in a row.
The week before we drew 2-2. Actually, we drew 2-2.
What do you think? What's happening, bro?
Yeah, I think complacency. People's thinking that their positions are safe in the team. So I have to start
cold weather
going there. Yeah, mate, that could be it. At training in the summer.
Ace Bitch said that he was like, tell this guy to release the Taze interview.
It's coming.
People are on you, bro. I noticed on Instagram as well. People were like, release the interview.
No, the Taze interview is coming, but it's down to him when he wants it released. So it's not down to us. It's down to him.
All right, there
so
you go.
Once he gets that, but yeah. And then Sunday I had to go to Young Spray's podcast. I went on his podcast. We read them all, so I enjoyed that. Yeah, it's been a busy weekend. But yeah, what's been going on this week, man? What's been going on?
About it with the news. Oh, by the way, welcome back. RTP, nice to have you with us again. Dedicated. He was here last week. He's here back again.
Big up RTP, man.
Whoever you are, thank you.
But are you a subscriber though?
But but are you subscribed to RTP? Otherwise, I got to
think
boot
he
you
is.
from the stream.
I think he is. He must be a subscriber. Going to be better every
Got
single week.
notification.
Got a notification.
Got a bell and all sorts. He's ready.
But I guess what we need to do is sort of, I guess it was my fault this week as well in terms of knowing what time.
Yeah, by the way, it's Bobby's fault that we're late.
If we have a dedicated time that we know, okay, it's going to be
On that time.
7 p.m. like we agreed.
I'll talk to you guys after because, like I said, what's going on with the football team is pissing me off, and they're training on Monday evening, so it's like,
Yo, you're
do
trying
I need
get
to go
there
in
and be like, yeah.
yeah. But anyway, let's go. Yeah, so yeah, apologies. We'll try and get to a set time that's ready for everyone.
Let's start with what you like. I've kind of avoid the news, which is jokes because we do the show. But the one thing I did see today on your Instagram was the video of Boris saying, "We spoke to the 4 chief medical officers in the UK, and they've agreed that the 2 jabs no longer are enough. We need another jab." And I'm like, bro, first it was 1 jab. Now that didn't work. We're like, all right, cool, another jab. No, the second one don't work. Now we need another jab. It's just getting ridiculous.
For me, it just doesn't make
It's
sense.
like he's a
man.
clown.
It doesn't make sense, and you always have to be careful how you talk on these things because they try to shut you down and stuff. But it's like, what about if there's a new variant again? The Omicron plus 2, 500.
It's gonna be.
Like, what, another jab again? And these are the things that this jab doesn't actually even stop you from getting the virus. So what is the point of it?
Yeah.
Remember, like the measles jabs and the chickenpox jabs.
It's just to protect you. It's like it doesn't stop you from transmitting it, from getting it, from. It's just. But people, I'm surprised the amount of people that don't know that. You know, the amount of people that I speak to that still think that getting the jab stops you from getting COVID.
Yeah, but they
But the way they promoted it, people would think that way.
Oh no, they did.
They've done it in a way that, get the jab and it'll keep everyone safe.
Yeah.
So people are thinking, oh, okay, I must get the jab because it's going to stop me from getting it.
And as best we can, try not to get cancelled or whatever that situation is. Whatever that situation is, I think that is the problem. It's the government trying to promote. They said herd immunity. That's
no, but that doesn't work.
Yeah, but that's
herd
technically
immunity
impossible.
means that we all get COVID, and then our immune systems obviously become more adaptable and stronger, which creates herd immunity. So you can't get herd immunity through vaccination, mass vaccination.
But when people started to hear that when you take the vaccine,
that's why it mutates.
No,
by the way.
it's when people heard that when you get the vaccine, that it gives you like a dose of the COVID that you're going to be able to survive from. That's when people thought they was going to get herd immunity. So then, because people thought they was going to get immunity, that's one of the pushes for everyone to go out and get the vaccine. And then,
plus, by the way, they've bought them all, so they got to get rid of them. So just to clarify, like,
because there's other countries that complained about that.
The pharmaceutical companies are laughing right
they
now.
just like next one coming out.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
And then the heads of like one of the, I don't know his name, but one of the heads of I think Pfizer or something like that, he still hasn't taken the vaccine.
You're right, by the way, Ace. It's herd control, not herd immunity. They're controlling us. You're right. And by the way, Ace also said, I heard complacency. Open trials?
Yeah, they're actually going to be open trials, real talk. Next week, you're going to see it up on Insta.
Oh, really?
I'm open trials because at the moment...
Is that an exclusive?
I'm not happy with the team. Yeah, that's an exclusive. So you guys are going to get open trials. Especially if you're a striker.
Especially if you're a striker.
Especially if you're a striker.
Where can they like, they just turn up?
No. I'm going to put it up on Hackney Wick FC Instagram and on my Instagram.
So follow Hackney Wick FC for the update.
But just back to the whole COVID thing. So now even African countries now being put on a red list. So I see Nigeria retaliated. They say, okay, you put us on a red list? Say no more. You guys jump on a red list as well. I mean, what do you think about
what
that?
is this now? It's like,
and so it's
like kids.
I think I put it on there. It's Canada, UK, Saudi, America. I'm not too sure where it was in America. And then it's Saudi Arabia as well, I think. And then you got the Emirates that have put something up when I was looking at the news that said something about no Nigerians on our flights. So there's this little back and forth and people are getting out of hand with how they're speaking.
I see something the other day. I posted up actually where a girl is sent a voice note saying the reason why they put Nigeria on the red list was because just as a corruption, because they've said, okay, people are coming to the UK from Nigeria and say we're double vaxxed, and one of them ended up getting COVID. But when they went to the hospital, you see the antibodies wasn't up as it should be if you are double vaxxed. So they're saying, oh, are you guys just letting people buy fake passes or so on? In that case, give us your records. And Nigeria said something about, oh, our records are down at the moment. Our systems are not working, as is in Africa. So that's what I'm hearing. I don't know if that's true or not, but that doesn't stop them saying Zambia's in a red list, South Africa's in a red list. But Omicron's in all over Europe. Why ain't no European teams?
And apparently it was in Europe first.
Exactly. So I don't know, man.
Yeah.
By the way, RTP, yes, people should Google Gert van den Bosch 100%. So he's a virologist, you're right. And he was also an advisor for like many countries on how they should deal with viruses. And he got kind of cancelled.
Yes.
Okay, wow.
Because he came out and was like, this doesn't work.
Yeah.
You can't, because herd immunity is, we all get it, we all get antibodies, and then the virus calms itself down. And because it doesn't want to kill us, because then it has no hosts.
Yeah.
But what happens is now, when it's hitting our systems and we've got a virus, a jab, right? It goes, I have to get stronger then. I have to get more viral. I have to do more strains.
So
we're basically making
you got that? Yeah,
we're making
Making it stronger, okay.
Exactly. So he went out on bare different news channels and bare countries, and everyone tried. They shut him down. Then he started his own YouTube channel. Check his YouTube channel. I don't know if it's still RTP. Drop his YouTube channel in the chat for everyone, because I saw his research and as well, and he's like, it's just ridiculous. Like, but again, the pharma companies don't make no money that way. Yeah. By letting everyone get it.
I'm not sure if it's the same person, but I remember someone saying that they were doing a lot of scientific research, and their research was getting put through. People were kind of like saying, oh yeah, this is right for years and years and years. And then when the said person said about actually COVID and how it's working and what's not happening, and what was actually said was the research that had been done, I'm going to look at what the name is that it didn't make sense that everyone that didn't have the vaccine were the ones that were making people that were vaccinated ill. And it was looking at that the vaccinated people, how it was showing that they weren't dying at one point. And then they flipped it around and said, if you put it that the vaccinated people are the ones that are actually dying, but then they're putting it down as they're not vaccinated, that's why the high number or all the numbers they're saying of people that are not vaccinated or vaccine free are the ones that are actually infecting. But everyone's getting affected.
I can't lie, all I heard was vaccinated, unvaccinated.
vaccinated.
I didn't catch any of that. I heard vaccinated, unvaccinated,
you went
vaccinated.
on a bruv, I just zoned out into the chat.
No. what I'm trying to say
Bruv,
is,
I don't know what you're trying to say now.
People that are listening, what I'm trying to say is,
Give us a synopsis.
there's been a lot of numbers being put out there of people that are actually vaccinated, not giving out, not infecting anyone.
Okay.
And that's not true.
Okay.
Everybody is infecting.
Oh no, that's bullshit. Yeah,
everybody is infecting each other. So because everyone's infecting each other, the research that he did was basically saying that that's what he's saying. Everyone's
bullshit.
infecting each other. It's BS. But if you put it down as everyone that's dying, vaccinated or not, are all not vaccinated, that's why they're doing this big push for the vaccine. Basically.
Okay. Oh, of course. Yeah. Like I'm not vaccinated or haven't had any. And the funny thing is, it sounds weird. I want to get it so I have the immunity, and get over it. I can't. I'm not.
I reckon we all must have had it by now.
I can't stop my life. Life needs to go on. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna get it at some point. Everyone's probably gonna get it at some point, and I'm focusing on going gym in the morning, staying fit, eating
using your immune system.
I take 5,000 IEU of vitamin D every day. I take my vitamin D and vitamin C. Vitamin D, zinc, all that stuff. I got like a whole bloody routine in the morning in the cabinet. Bang that all in and just stay healthy. Do you know what I mean? I ain't stopping. Yeah, and yes, Richard, we have heard of ivermectin before. Obviously, that's kind of what Joe Rogan goes on about. He did ivermectin, did like some crazy vitamin drips for like a couple of days in a row, and he was fine. And then like Dana White from UFC, his whole family got it recently. They all took ivermectin, and the UFC people all took ivermectin.
Well, what is ivermectin?
I'm not a scientist, but like it's also what Donald Trump took, but he said some madness and got in trouble because Donald Trump said it. He just ad-libbed and got himself in trouble. But there's loads of people shouting out for ivermectin.
Okay.
I think it's used also for like horses in some way or something like that. People let me know in the chat. But yeah, there's a lot. Again, if everyone gets better, no one makes money.
That's the thing. Pharmaceutical companies have been doing it for years, right? There's a cure for many of these diseases. If they cure you, you buy if it costs £100 and they cure you, that's the £100 done. Yeah. If they say, okay, buy this, it costs £40, it gets you a little bit better, but you have to keep spending £40 every single month. You're in that system forever. So they're never going to give the cure.
Dr. Sebi was saying it for years. Medicines are not a cure.
Let us know in the chat. Are you going to get who's getting the booster? Let us know in the chat if you're going to get the booster.
Who's getting the booster and then who's getting the third jab? The third dose.
Yeah, the
third dose to the jab?
Have you seen? So I went into Woolwich today and I walked outside my house because there's also a pharmacy there. the lines were crazy. Has anyone else
That for
seen
the
that?
third jab.
Oh, bro, I walked out of my house today. I was like, what the hell's happened? And it was like near the shop. I thought it was for the shop. It was going all the way around the corner, and it was all people getting the booster jab.
When they were doing the
Crazy.
second jab, and they I worked near the Tate Modern. They had a part of the Tate Modern that was blocked off for people to go and get the jab, and that was you couldn't. There was certain parts of the riverside that you couldn't walk. Then they had to change to the other side. They changed for the 3 days or 5 days that they had it. You had some of the people outside that were protesting against it, and you had people outside that were trying to make the lines, and they basically had to make the line like slalom, like
It's
go
crazy,
around.
dude.
What do you think for people who just like, you know, yeah, the government are right, I need to go, I'm doing it right now. Like, do you think they're seeing something that we're
I'm
not seeing?
judging anyone, bro.
But we don't know what circumstances people are through.
Yeah, I'm like, do your
family
thing,
members
man.
have died and so on. So
I'm not judging
Yeah,
anyone.
but even some people that I know, my some of my love family members that have taken the different jabs and the boosters and all that, they're scared. They're scared, and some of them that had to shield over the lockdown. Some of them that are kind of in the when the original lockdown came and it scared everyone. If anyone says they were clued up from the very start, then good on you. But everyone at one point was very scared at what was going on, this new thing, everything that's happening.
we're
Some
going
people
on to the
stayed,
second year now.
but some people stayed in that
Bro,
bubble.
that's probably why you're not excited about Christmas. We don't even know if Christmas is coming anymore.
I remember seeing a film. They said there's a film about the pandemic, and it said something like COVID 2023 or 2024, and people were going, nah, surely not. But it's literally 2022 in a couple of weeks. Is this thing here to stay?
From what I can see, yeah,
It's mad.
because it doesn't seem to be getting any better.
No. Quick for everyone in the chat. There's 35 people watching. Want to see 35 likes.
And subscriptions, maybe 20
Take a
subscriptions.
second now. It's on free right now. Let's see how quickly we get to 35.
They took the dislike button, didn't they? Or is it still there?
They took away the dislike. No, I think we can see the dislike button in the analytics,
Okay.
but you can't see it publicly. I haven't
Okay,
looked at it yet, as well.
No, I
But
can see it. I'm sure they have.
wow, someone put a message in the chat and it's there for review. Like, what does that mean? What have you put in the chat, man? Oh, wow. Because he mentioned, Richard, because you put the word vaccine, it took your comment away, but I just approved it and put it in. Wow.
That's crazy.
So that's,
if you put a racist comment in there, it wouldn't
interesting.
be a
So Richard, because you put vaccine in the chat just now, the button appeared on our channel, said approve or disapprove.
Where's everyone watching from? I'd like to know actually. Where's
Yeah.
everyone's
What do you mean?
in the chat who are watching? Richard, where you from right now? Where you watching?
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. Let everyone post where you're from in London, around the world. Let us know in the chat. It's always interesting to know. Where everyone's
Also,
coming
Chris,
from.
when you posted up recently the new chat that you had for Late Night London,
Yeah.
that had a dislike button on it, so you can see it. I can see it from my side, and I'm not logged in.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's weird. Some videos I'm seeing, you can see the like button.
I guess it
dislike
might be
button,
like-
and some people.
It might be like Instagram when you can put how much you can show people your likes.
Are you talking about
or your
YouTube or
views.
Instagram right now?
It was YouTube.
Yeah, well, you could see the dislike button.
Yeah.
Oh, that's mad.
I've
That's
definitely
crazy.
seen it today.
Literally, I don't know what user are posted in the chat, but there's bare error, the warning messages on the YouTube right now.
Guys, don't get this page shut down.
Don't get in the page. I'm
Let's swiftly move on to something else.
so we got Oxford, Cardiff,
is it?
Scotland,
Okay, nice.
London.
Yeah.
Smashed it.
I guess it can't
Smashed
really be
it.
late night London, I'm on, innit? Late night UK.
Yeah.
Late night
yeah.
United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Sick.
What
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the
Pimlico, Dartford? Oh, Dartford, you're just down the road from us. Nice.
Don't give
Give
people
me
the in.
location. Let me turn up here. I'm a fan. Let me in.
You won't have no more studio.
I just realized that my laptop has gone to a lovely screensaver, so enjoy that while you're watching, as well. Kent, but from South. I love the fact that you put Kent, but South originally, just to make sure, just to make sure
credibility.
Yes, the credibility. It's like I'll lose all credibility if I say I'm from Kent. That's all good. Yeah. So what else is going on?
E-scooters have been banned from the.
And so electric vehicles basically have been banned from trains.
Yeah, because it's e-scooters and
Bikes.
e-uni cycles. Is it uni?
Basically, anything with a lithium-ion battery,
Yeah,
you're not allowed to take on the train.
And their ploy to say why not is not just that they burn or they go on fire, is that there's a toxic smoke that comes from it. So the toxic smoke can fill the train cabin, and that's dangerous for everyone that's on
Couldn't
there.
that happen with phones and anything like any electronic device?
Bro,
No.
they're saying that electric vehicles are just exploding now.
But they have been for time.
What, really?
Yeah, there's been a
I've
whole
got
thing.
2 electric bikes and like an electric scooter. Nothing's exploded.
Yeah, but the scooters are the problem.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But
I think
does
it
that
just,
even affect that many people? How
I
many
think
people
it's
are on
just
the train with their electric scooters?
yeah. To be fair, I just think it's another way of they don't
You know
really
why?
like the electric
Because they're
scooters.
not making any money from
Yeah,
it.
yeah, they don't like
They're
the
gonna-
electric
they're gonna-
scooters. They want
they have
people
a
to not
taxi.
buy them. Yeah.
Yeah.
The electric bikes kind of got through and they were happy because people using them for Deliveroo, Uber,
Yeah.
they're using it for a business. But the scooters, but they allowed the scooters to be able to be bought from everyone.
Yeah.
At one point, a couple people had scooters.
They
Then
need to
everyone
get,
had scooters.
once they regulate it and they can make money from it and put it as part of the road tax issue problem, whatever it is, they'll make it free for everyone.
But some of it was their fault because everyone had the segways at one point. That was a fun thing that everyone had, and some people had segways. I see people going down normal roads,
So many
busting
people
themselves
bust
up.
their heads, bro.
Yeah, and then
Oh
from
my
the
days.
segways, they took them away, said that they were, I don't know if they were illegal or they were just banned or whatever. And then from that,
I
people
never
started
see a
buying
Segway
them.
on road.
Yeah.
Well, like a full Segway.
No, not the full segways.
I was like the rubber, like
What was it? The board.
hoverboards, as they used to call them, but
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
I've not
Basically
seen anyone on one of those for a little while now.
Yeah.
Nah, they're dead, bro. Like now you got the option of like a
The
normal
electric bike or the
scooter,
scooter.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
But isn't it Segway better? Because then
or you get the guys with the
your hands are
one wheel.
free.
No, the one wheel, the giant wheel.
Yeah.
Where their legs
Yeah,
are
yeah,
inside.
yeah,
Them
but
people are crazy, bro.
No, but I'm saying with a Segway, isn't it much better than having a scooter? Because a Segway, your hands are free. You can just go do what
Slow,
you're
the
doing.
battery don't last long because it's such a small thing.
Okay,
it's just
maybe.
dead, bro.
Yeah.
I think some of it was also people going to train stations as well, and not everyone was able to ride them or to work them as well as they thought they could.
Yeah. I never actually ever tried one, to be fair.
I can't imagine you're on one, to be honest.
No,
You're
probably
too big for
break
that,
it,
bro.
yeah. Probably break
But
it.
I
Battery will last half
Have you
the
seen
life.
you've seen the Segway that you was talking about, the big ones that they usually
Yeah,
have
yeah.
in the States and stuff
Yeah.
like that. If they had them, I think
The
that would
tires
be
are like
good.
this big as well.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, they're huge.
you can only ride them in parks, probably.
Yeah.
I rode one in Battersea Park. You can rent them out
Yeah,
in
and
the
ride
park
them
and
around.
ride around, but they're dangerous.
But even they want to control this whole scooter thing, and they've got it in the Olympic Park and a few other places. It's like, I don't understand how they want to control it when
What's
they're
that, my
still
electric
selling them.
bikes, innit? Like that one's 25 mile an hour, that's 45 mile an hour. Pay no tax, no insurance, no nothing. They ain't making no money off me.
Then
So
I
they're
get
gonna,
that,
they're gonna get.
but-
So
but they're still allowing you to buy them though. You didn't smuggle
But
that
these
over.
are these are legal at the moment, though, aren't they?
They're not. They're
They're not.
illegal.
Okay,
but they
wow.
just like that Suron over there. Like police have been behind me in that, and they've been like, "Oh, what's that?" Because I'm going like 40 miles an hour. They're like,
Yeah.
"What the hell is this guy going that fast?"
But you're allowed to
They
get a registration from it, no?
Yeah. So I meant to. My provisional expired.
Okay.
So right now I'm driving it illegally. Don't hot me up on the YouTube. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's just too late now. Everyone knows.
Feds know.
They
come
know.
out. They
They
come
know in the chat.
Yeah, quite a few feds.
But
watch
as I'm saying, but as I'm saying,
Probably.
they're allowing you to have these scooters and bikes and all these other ones, and you're allowed to ride them. And as you said, the police were behind you. They haven't stopped you. They've not done a full scale thing on shutting it down. So, yeah, I just think it's. But yeah, TfL basically said that people are not allowed on the trains with them. I think it's starting from Tuesday. You're not allowed on the trains.
How are they
with
going to
them.
enforce it?
Not too
Fines.
sure. They're mostly going to do blocks.
Because most of the time, until people get like there's some sort of penalty, no one gives a shit.
Well, they're gonna. When I say blocks, they're gonna basically have people at
you know how enforced- is it
at the station stopping them.
Oh, okay. But to say because if you're the train driver, whatever, like that's long.
But
Having to enforce
it's-
that, you're
it's-
like, oh,
The
not
only
bad.
way they're not going to be able to enforce it, as you said, with the fines or the penalty fares, is the stations that are unmanned. Unmanned stations that you can still get on the train. It's going to be a
what I'm
situation.
saying, what can they do?
But we like on the overhead trains, I don't think it's going to be banned. On the actual
What about
overground
DLR's got bare space.
DLR, I thought DLR was in the article.
Oh, what they said? No.
Yeah, it's a no to DLR.
Oh shit.
A lot
DLR's
of
on the
people are
TfL.
not even gonna know, so they'll be on their way to work. Oh, you can't get on late. You better call out your boss.
Anyways,
And sometimes that's what people do. People are on their scooter, but it's quicker to just like, especially when you're going over the river. If you're going on from like, I don't know, on the DLR, if you're going from Island Gardens to Greenwich, it's much easier to go quickly on the DLR, a couple
one
stops.
stop. One
or
stop.
two, yeah,
to go over the other side.
Yeah, one stop to Cutty-Sark or however far, Deptford, wherever, Lewisham. Then going through the tunnel, the foot tunnel, and then you've
That's
got to
long.
go over.
Is the foot tunnel in Woolwich
Yes.
still open?
How do you live where you live and not know that?
I don't live in Woolwich.
No, but you live close.
Not joking. People know by now.
I love the way you're like.
No, but we're gonna
Have
say
you
that.
never gone down there?
No, I used to go down there all the time. The long one from the one just behind the gym.
Waterfront.
Is it still open? Is that one still there?
Yes.
I haven't been there in years. So I think the last time I went through that was like
Bro,
maybe
it's been since I was a
2000
kid, like I was 10.
2005. For some reason, I thought it was closed down by now.
Nah, do you know what's mad? You know,
because you go to Silvertown.
the craziest thing about those lifts, because there's one where you live and then there's one where we live, right? And the craziest thing about them, when I was younger, like 10, 11.
What, the Isle of Dogs, where I used to live?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I get you.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
He said where you live. I was thinking there's not
when
one
we were
where I
younger.
live.
When we were younger.
Yeah.
Like, is that I remember going down there. One, you could smoke. So imagine you're walking under the tunnel just through clouds of smoke, and I'm like, this is like now I'm thinking,
It's crazy,
that's
innit?
crazy. No ventilation. And then secondly, don't you remember? People used to work in the lift.
Yeah.
So the guy used to
Someone
stand
used to
there, sit there the entire day. Just and by the way, again, people smoking up the lift.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy, that guy. Those people died young.
Must have to take a trip one day, one of these days. Just
Yeah, you know what? Whenever I go down there, so I went down there the other day, like probably like 1 a.m. because I was at my friend's house, and so that's the only way I could get back because the Blackwall Tunnel was closed or something.
Yeah, on a Saturday, is it?
Or when I don't know what it was. It was closed. I was pissed, so I had to go down there. It was like 1 a.m. and I was like, I don't want to be going down there either at 1 a.m. It's not the one on your own. It's really. So I go down there. I hear like music playing while I'm halfway in the lift, but it's too late because I'm going down. I'm like, allow it. I can't open the lift. Smoke machine, cameras, full like someone's filming a music video.
Someone's doing a music video.
Music video, and I came with my bike, and then it was like literally probably like 50 people that just turned. Yeah, and I was like, excuse me.
Who's this? Yeah.
I was like, excuse me.
You know what?
Could I get through, please?
Not to give anyone ideas, but you can actually have a underground rave.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
come
die of
down.
suffocation because there's no ventilation.
Oh yeah, there's no ventilation. Don't do that, guys.
Don't do that.
Yeah. And there's no escape plan because
There's no escape plan.
They could just put police on either side and you're just in the tunnel.
Well, another one when I was near you, and this one even that long ago, a couple of months ago, came under from Cutty Sark, and someone decided in the middle of the tunnel to light a fire. So I was with Ivan and Shane. He was on his scooter. We was on electric bikes. So I got to the middle and I just couldn't see, but I was already committed. I was halfway through, and someone had lit a fire right in the middle of the tunnel, right up because this goes down and up again. Yeah. And obviously there's nowhere for the smoke to go. And I was like, do I go back, or do I just go? Because it was I could see the fire. It was little. I could go around it. Yeah. Or just commit. So we would look to each other. We're like, might as well commit because we're already halfway basically. Yeah. But when I couldn't. But when I was coughing up for like 2 days after that.
No, people do some silly things like that. I don't understand.
They just put newspapers. Anyway, we've got to discuss some other things. Your post today was a mad one. I remember I was sitting, I just finished the show. I looked at my phone and glanced and I see robber raped cellmate to stop him from being a snitch. And I was like, have I just read this correctly?
This guy's got something.
What the hell happened?
Crazy.
He's
sick.
sick.
Is just crazy. Like,
what's the context?
I posted a few days ago about American prisons. Right, how some guy said, well, there's all men here doing life, and if you want a boyfriend, have a boyfriend. I was like, these things don't happen in the UK. Like, I've never seen it, right? Yeah. And then this comes out the blue, and like literally the backstory is him and a group of his friends went and robbed a group of prostitutes, sex workers, right? And he's being caught, sent to prison. While he's in prison, HMP Pentonville, of all the jails, which is one of the gulliest jails over there. It's like, he told his cellmate, who's a newbie, like, to make sure that you're not a snitch, I need to do this to you. That is crazy. I hope this sends a message to all these young people who want to commit crime. You get put in a jail cell with the wrong person.
Did you force him or let him?
We don't know. But either race, rape, because I mean, it must be. Rape, he's forced him basically because he's coerced him, whatever, it's made him feel like you have to do this or you
he's not that way inclined.
Yeah.
He didn't just go, because if he's that way inclined, he wouldn't have said nothing. Yeah. He would just let it happen because that's what he's about.
I feel like even if you get beaten to death, you gotta fight, bro.
You gotta fight.
You just gotta fight. That's the situation where even if you lose, you gotta fight.
No, you have to fight. You have to try to do something. But some of these guys, especially in more in American prisons, they get knocked out, bro. They get knocked out. If there was a documentary about, I think
crazy.
I'm gonna say potentially like in South America's more side, like Brazil type Mexico, and they did this to like dethrone someone, make sure that they weren't on the level they were. There was a top gangster outside. Okay. They've come inside. They've gone inside the wrong prison. They're on the wrong side. They're by themselves, but they're a top guy. So at first it was kind of like, okay, we don't mess with this guy, and then someone put in the mess with him, basically like we're gonna mess him up, and instead of just putting a hit on him and trying to kill him. It's like they beat him up, they smashed up his back, his lower back, and his thighs. so that he couldn't clench.
You want to know, how did this news get out?
Oh, because what's it called? There's a case. He's done a case.
Okay, so once you do it, once
How the hell did you come across these things, bro?
I subscribe to what do you call?
I'm like, what is in your feed?
Someone sent it to me originally. Because people sent it to me because I run a blog page.
Yeah,
but then I went to go and check it on the. What do I subscribe to? It's the Court News UK. So you pay £20 a year and it gives you like all the different things that happen in court. Yeah, Court News UK.
Bro,
so,
didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, so then they come to give you different details.
I would love
and I started subscribing to that because when I used to do all of my crime stories to find out some of the exclusive. And I saw that, I was like, whoa, wait.
I want to see the demographic of the people that subscribe to that news.
But even the excuse what for, however he was sodomized or whatever, was that he was bringing in drugs and it went wrong. That's what was said. So the young guy that was obviously raped, they were trying to say that he brought in drugs. So obviously he brought in drugs in his rectum, and then they were trying to say that that's why he was like that when he went to medical, and he wasn't. The guy was raping him. But as I was saying about these crazy jails, so they beat them in their back, they beat them in their legs, so that they can't tense, they can't contract.
I get what you're saying. They give him like dead legs and dead bums.
And then they just go at. They just went at him. And when I heard that, I just thought to myself, "Raw, man." But
if that isn't advertisement for stay at prison, then
but that was like, even though this story that we're talking about is horrendous, that story that I'm talking about was top gangsters, like people that are like making an actual statement. Yeah. But the fact that this guy's done that, and but he's got something to do, like, I don't know if it's mental health, I don't know what the situation is, but he's got something to do with sexual something in him.
Yeah, I mean, firstly, you rob the sex workers, and then he's come to prison and say, okay, I've not had enough over there, I'm going to do it over here to my cellmate. And the thing is that, I've been to Pentafor, right? Yeah. So in that prison, it's like, all the hood men are in there. So it's like, especially if you go to G-Ring, it's like, so I can't imagine you thinking to go and do something like that, and then people are gonna be like, "Yo, what's like?" I'm surprised you didn't get a village beating. I'm surprised you didn't get a village beating. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Boy.
There's nothing else to add to that. Yeah. It's just an absolute. So what's going on with this? Was it Preeti Patel? Is that her name?
Preeti Patel.
Should she pass the new legislation that they can revoke British citizenship?
Yeah. I'm still trying to understand. I need to actually do proper reading into it. But if you're a British citizen, you're a British citizen. And if you're born over here, doesn't matter if you're born here or not born. I mean, we saw with Shemaima Begum, didn't matter that she was born here. They took off her citizenship because I think it depends on if your parents got are registered or they got different passports. Apparently, I think there's something to do with that. But
I'm not too sure the ins and outs of it myself, but I definitely know it's about being British. There's difference, I think, with being a British national and a British citizen. Yeah, and I think if you're a British national, it means that, like, so my missus, she had issues with something like this. Both of her parents are from Italy, and they got her an Italian passport. They never actually got her a British passport. So when they started talking about all these other stuff about citizenships and all these bits and pieces, it got to a point where she couldn't apply for certain things because they tried to say that she wasn't a British citizen or she wasn't a British national or something like that. But it's a thing where, like, if you are a international, if you are from an international country and you come over here, you can have the opportunity from living here for a certain amount of time. Or
Let me read the clause.
Yeah, because it's clause 9.
Yeah, clause 9. So basically, in the clause, they updated it. It was already there, but it's got the notice of decision to deprive a person of citizenship. So the bill was updated early this month and exempts the government from having to give you notice.
That's crazy.
Or even let you know. So basically, in the interest of national security or diplomatic relations, or otherwise in the public interest. That's so broad. So basically, they can just make up a reason.
And you can't argue about it.
They'll use one of those three probably as their thing, and you can't argue about it. And this is the crazy thing. People will no longer need to be notified that they're being stripped of their citizenship.
So
that's crazy.
Me and you could just be sitting at home right now and then knock on the door. Yeah, citizenship gone. What for? We don't have to tell you.
Yeah, but this is the same thing that happened with the whole Windrush thing.
She's the same person, obviously, who was she also was like for the death penalty and other things. So
she wants to be prime minister.
So and she's just announced she wants to be prime.
Actually, announced it now, or is it?
Yeah, she said it. Didn't, maybe I'm sure I saw that.
Maybe I read something.
No,
like
I
that
think
she was going for
no,
it.
I think the people.
Well, I'd hear
are
everyone's
saying
thoughts in
the
the chat. What are you
sources are
thinking
saying,
about this?
but I don't think she's outright gonna say that. Right? Wow, that's undermining Boris. I don't think she would have said
They
it
don't
outright.
care, bro, when they're against each other.
No, but she's still his is it Home Secretary, so I don't think she'll go.
I feel like
and
maybe
publicly say that.
you never know. They probably had a conversation behind the door. Boris is like, I'm out in a bit. I've got a couple of new kids.
But what
Recently, like I'm out, and he's not doing so good right now.
What they put out though was the party. The big thing was the party, and then they slipped this in underneath.
Oh, the party was a madness.
So they're talking about the Downing Street
Couple parties, was it?
Was a couple
Oh,
parties.
there's 3 parties. They're moving like WizKid.
Literally, it's crazy
But
because that was the exact moment where, like, the day before the party, they were like, "Stay at home, don't go and see your family for Christmas, don't risk it," and then they're having a party.
But the same night that party happened in Northern Ireland, there was like 6 arrests of people being penalized and
For being out.
Yeah, for being out. But there was fines, there was penalties, all that was going on. So there was arrests, fines, penalties, while the Tories were having a party.
It kind of just makes you realize how kind of powerless we are as a people.
100%.
That they can just do what the hell they want, say what they want, and
Act how they want.
there's nothing you can really do about it. I mean, people say, okay, let's go and riot. Let's go and do, okay, you go and riot. After a while, you're going to get arrested, and then they'll still be in power and still do the same system.
But
it's like, it's crazy.
It's even worse now because as they've just put this new clause or whatever it is, for all the people that aren't British citizens, or for all the people
Now it's
that
making
don't
you
have,
think that
now
should
it's
I go and do something
yeah,
good?
and anyone that talks out on it, it's now a thing where they're gonna be like, all right,
something
cool.
a day,
yeah,
yeah.
all right, protest, I'll do this, do that. If they find out 10 people out of all them people or 100 people, they just walk up in their yard, yep, citizen's gone. Your citizenship is gone. See you later. Get out of my country.
Crazy.
So, but I've been talking about a lot of these bits and pieces, these things, since Brexit. Well, I knew once Brexit came in, there was going to be a lot of changes that people were not going to be happy with. Even with, I know they're talking a lot about COVID and HVG drivers and all these other claims that they're trying to say that are to do with the ULEZ and all these other stuff. But really and truly, a lot of this branches from Brexit.
Yeah, and even with Priti Patel, what is her actual background? Do we know?
Let's not even care about it.
Let's forget. Yeah,
If-
I don't know. The answer is
I mean, could she potentially be deported?
I don't know. Yeah.
No, she's
Maybe-
making up the
maybe
rules.
not.
Shit in the
Maybe
voting,
not.
bro.
Maybe not.
By the way, we missed an important point earlier about the booster thing because that was the thing that shocked me the most because the booster jab is now required to keep your COVID passport.
It keeps
So
updating.
basically, that's what I'm saying. So like all the people that are like, oh, I'll get the vaccine and I can go wherever. No, you ain't going nowhere now.
Yeah.
You need the new one in order to travel because your COVID passport is now invalid. So that's an important point we missed earlier.
When the booster was brought in, within the first 3 months.
That's why the lines are mad today.
No, but
People are like, I can't even leave.
Yeah, I can't even
I can't
go
nowhere.
nowhere for Christmas.
No.
But when the booster was brought in, for the first 3 months, there was countries that started saying you need all 3 to come to our country.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be 4, and then it's going to be 5, and then it's going to be 10.
I mean, Ghana now saying double vaccinated, and everyone's been going to Ghana lately for Christmas, and
Now they need
and
another
it's
one.
the thing that that's been one of the countries where all of a sudden they're getting people coming to them, and like, we don't really see that with African countries. So now we're saying, oh, they say holiday destinations, but all of a sudden they've now implemented this, and then is it now going to stop the income coming in and so on? So
something was mentioned about Nigeria making their own vaccine or their own jabs. Yeah, because they don't want to conform to the rest of the countries. But once they've got their own jab,
That's like Russia, isn't it?
Yeah,
they're all on that. What do you think about that news? There's that viral video that woman who racially abused that bouncer in Birmingham.
Yeah, she got 14 weeks.
14 weeks. Do you think that's enough? Do you think that's
I think it's
that's
enough.
fair?
I don't think it has to be over the top, but she's gonna sit down in the cell now, miss Christmas. So she missed Christmas, so it'll teach her a lesson, and then other people who want to be racist will be like, okay, cool. Let me make you think about my actions before I go and say something. And so I see something the other day as well. There's a guy who's being racist, and his friends are trying to stop him. Say, they're filming you, mate. They're filming you. He didn't care. He's giving it all of that. So I'm sure he'll be joining her soon in prison as well. So
as long as these racist people know that something's gonna happen, it's better than what we've been going through for years. Because people have been getting off with crimes, full abuse, full murders, all to do with like racial motivation.
And I think now social media and cameras play a big part
everywhere.
And it's like we live in a society now where you can't really do anything without it being caught on camera anyway. So we live in a Big Brother world, but now is that great? Is that not great? But it does bring people accountable. So now you do something, someone's got their camera filming it, and you're caught on camera now as well. So in that essence, yeah. But in the other essence, like your privacies have sort of gone now.
Yeah, but I think if we really think about it, our privacy has been gone for a while. I know they used to do the joke of the well, it's not even a joke. The whole show that they made loads of money off. Was it Channel 4 doing Big Brother? Big Brother's watching you. Yeah. That was just to kind of underline, tell us that that's what's gonna be happening.
I mean, he didn't. What's it? I forgot.
Well,
the
now
book, 1984. That book, 1984. He told us about this. You know that?
Oh no, I've definitely
heard
of
that
the
book,
book, but I don't know the name.
Or is it like predict what's happening now, basically?
I forgot. It's a famous. Someone in the chat let us know. It's cool. It's the book's called 1984. It kind of predicts everything that's happening now in terms of the CCTV world that we're living in. Yeah. Big Brother.
Well, now we actually have a digital passport that we cannot go anywhere without, and the government has all our information.
Yeah.
So unless
there's a couple of films that said.
Did you watch the thing on Netflix as well? Is it the social
experiment? Oh, I know what you're on about though. By the way, I don't know what the name of it is.
Yeah, I don't know if it's social exercise, social betrayal, whatever. Where they've built sort of a algorithm of who you are. They kind of predict what you're going to be doing, the sort of things you like. So it builds a whole database.
How many times have you been online on social media or on Facebook? And you're like, that advert is very specific.
Yeah. To what I spoke about yesterday.
Like literally, like. Now it's a bit long though, but we'll do it on another episode. There's certain and
it's all to do with advertising
settings you got to set up your browsers, man, to turn off stuff.
Yeah, like microphone.
Next time you hit that button where it says cookies, just click on the drop down box in there and see the list of like 400-500 people you just gave your data to. Most people don't know that.
I need to get the name of the
little tiny hyperlink.
No, but I need to get the name of the comedian. I need to get the name of the comedian.
They looked at it, probably they'll be bothered.
It might have been like a reel or a TikTok or something, but there was some guy that was being funny, and he literally, the guy's going to talk, and he's got a friend to get a cookie and shove it in his face, and he's like shoving it like proper, like eat it, and he's like,
saw that the other
this
day,
is what you feel like when you go onto a website, and it says, what's it called? Do you agree to cookies? Yeah. So if you don't agree, you can't get on this.
Yeah, no, it's crazy because that's the thing. They make us feel like you're not going to be part of something unless you comply. So with the cookie thing, you're thinking, I just want to jump on a website quickly. So just press accept.
It's fucking
but if you
genius,
go and
you
check everything out, then it will give you sort of options that they tell you to say, this is all long.
Is like, say if you go on any news website, anyone here, any news website, as soon as you hit that cookie, you basically say, so news websites, any website, most websites make money through the advertisers who sponsor their site, right? As soon as you click accept that cookie, you basically have just said, yes, you can give all of my data to every person who's sponsoring it. That's what you're doing. Same with Facebook. As soon as you think, it's free. No, it's not free. There are millions of companies that pay Facebook. They just give everything to those people. It's crazy because I started looking into it for my own company, like for our digital marketing budget. I'm just learning. I'm like, wow, I could get that much information on that person. Like, I know everything. They probably know more about you than you know about yourself.
Crazy.
They'll probably like, this is the average time that Bobby wakes up. This is what he looks at. This is the time he looks at. This is where he goes. This is where he is. This is where Google Maps. This is where you are. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy, bro.
But you see, even on, I think it's on Netflix as well, when they were talking about I don't know if it's an algorithm or a setting for the facial recognition. So when they were talking about that, they were saying that there was a little...
They was collecting people's facial prints, basically.
Yeah, but there was even, face print, which I thought was jokes. But you see when we did the Instagram, I was trying to say what it was. It was like basically everyone put up what they looked like 10 years ago to what they look like now.
Yeah.
That was also to find out certain people, like, what did you look like 10 years ago and what do you look like now? Imagine you did something illegal. Imagine you did something on...
I've been saying that. I remember when Snapchat sort of came out with the whole filters things.
Yeah.
And people were like, oh, look at this filter. I said, look, I'm going to take part, but I know what this is for, right? They are collecting our data, right? People say, oh, it's only for Snapchat. Snapchat going to sell that to the government. So basically, with all these new 4D cameras they got outside, that your database is on Snapchat. So when you're walking in the street and the camera picks you up now, these new cameras they got scan your face. Yep. Oh, that's Chris. Yep. Oh, that's Wild G. He's walking over there. So now they can link you to wherever you are just through pressing that database is on there. So all these filters, you think you're having fun. Oh, let me do this. But all it is picking at your face because you might have never commit a crime, right?
Yeah.
So for someone who commits crime, who goes to prison, they're gonna scan your face, take photos, and so on. So that's built in the criminal system.
You might have not been caught.
Yeah, but now because of Snapchat and all this Instagram and all these filters they have now, they've got your facial recognition. So that facial recognition, when you're going somewhere, they can pick you up and say, okay, yep, you was definitely there. Your face picks it up. It's
You was
crazy.
within this area. You was doing this thing.
They always give us everything with it starting as
free.
fun.
For free.
And for fun.
Well, it's the dopamine, isn't it?
But for anything that they want to do, they have to show us first, and that's what they do. They show us it first. They show, this is it. This is how it works. This is what it is. Have fun with it. Do it, and everyone jumps on it. And now people jump on it even more. Before people was like, I'm not too sure. And if anyone thinks that this is any type of conspiracy theory, anything like that, just look on your phone, go on your photos, see the photos. You got like a photo album that's connected to Google. You can look on there. I had one the other day that has my son and my daughter. And I can press on there and see most of their pictures that are connected to their face.
Yeah, it's connected to their face, yeah.
Like, that's on my own phone. My phone has facial recognition.
And imagine what they've got. We're always generations behind.
So, I mean, iPhone came out in 1995.
But
we just didn't know about it.
But the blue, exactly. Like, same with like Bluetooth. Like the military had that for like 10
Yeah,
years.
infrared.
Someone told me, the military always have things first that they used to use in sort of warfare, and then 30 years down the line, it comes out after when they make it into mass society to bring the money back for all the money they've spent on the military and that as well. So it's crazy, man. We're always going to be behind.
But even how Apple got above everyone in the race for all these different phones and the what's it called, the iPads and all that kind of stuff. Touchscreens. The way they were doing it is when they were doing like version 7, they were selling version 8 to get the money for version 10. They already had 9 in the pipeworks. So even now, whatever version it is, 13 or 13X or anything like that, they're already making 15.
No, but it's not even 15. They already got 30 and 45. But what it is similar to what we said about the pharmaceutical company. Why am I gonna give you the latest phone now?
Yeah,
I'll let you keep buying it slowly.
Name one like proper significant upgrade in the phone in the last like 5 years, like significant. Can you name one? Like one that was like, because back in the day it was like, oh my god, like there was like when you got new stuff, you're like, oh my god, there was game changers.
They've also admitted it. I mean, they've admitted that if you notice with iPhones, they start getting slower.
Oh, they admit that they got fined for that, innit?
Yeah, they admit
they were slowing down batteries through software.
Yeah, so therefore then therefore you're gonna have to go and buy the latest one. It was it's crazy.
That one was so blatant because everyone was like, "Why's my phone so
all
slow?"
the time, and then it always slows down the time when it was time to get ready for an upgrade. When when your upgrade was coming to the end, your battery was rubbish. Yeah. It was rubbish. But then even when they were doing that to the Samsungs, they were the first ones that were blowing up phones with the lithium. So
I thought that again, there was like one phone in every whatever million, but again, because someone got hold of a video or a photo, they're like Apple, and they're probably posted each other's shit. Like Apple was like they were making on Instagram and stuff, they were making like digs at each other, innit? Like so I remember when
you know
Samsung
I heard about
happened, and Apple done a little cheeky little dig on them. Like
it might have started like that. You know, one of the dumbest things. Well, sorry to say that people are the dumbest thing, but one of the things that people were doing that the reason why there were people that were actually getting like burnt on their face and people that were actually getting what's it called, mortified and all that other bit. They're putting the phone under their pillow to track their sleep. There was a whole period of time that people was talking about sleep tracking. And before they had the watches, people were putting the phone under their pillow to track their sleep.
Getting bare hot, basically.
Yeah, and it's under a pillow. Your phone that's plugged into the wall is under your pillow while you're sleeping on top of it. You're generating heat, the pillow's generating heat, and it's plugged into an electronic device into the wall.
But like, there's always someone in it, and it's always going to be something wrong. I tried like the last few months actually, well, actually longer than that, just leaving the phone, just not in the room in general.
I turn it off.
So it's fucking sleep, man.
Yeah,
the bedroom needs to be for sleep, not fucking next to your phone.
That's the thing. It's so they've made it that we
who sleeps with their phone in the
their
chat?
phones.
I guarantee you, 99.9% of the chat, everyone sleeps next to their phone.
Mine's on the side table, but it's
still,
always like,
it's still within our reach.
But what we have to do is try to turn it around so notifications
they don't
come
matter.
on,
You still go,
then,
let me check one more time before I go to sleep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Females, stop putting your phone in your bra, please. There's loads of females that put their phone right next to their breast, and that is the tissue that's there is being toxified. It's the radiation that's going through. It's not good for your heart. It's not good for your breasts, and it can promote cancers and all them kind of radiations and stuff. My missus, anytime she doesn't do it anymore, but beforehand, anytime she was doing something, she just put her phone there, and it's so bad for you. it's literally so bad for you. Even us having them in our pockets all the time.
I was about to
Bad for
say.
us.
I was about to
Bad for
say.
us.
What's happening? Lewis Hamilton. Does anyone care about Formula One?
I mean, I've not even checked up on it properly, but I've seen there's so much uproar. Apparently, he got cheated or he didn't get cheated. I mean,
He said that it was manipulated.
Well, basically,
they heard it over the radio.
there's a couple of things that was a bit suspect. Like one was, you know, when there's a crash, the safety car comes out, and one of the rules is you can't overtake the safety car, and you can't overtake anyone actually when the safety car's out. So if you think Lewis Hamilton was ahead, and when the safety car happens, he loses all that time he made up. Like he loses it, but so it's fair. What's his name? The Verstappen? What the fuck his name is? Yeah, he can't overtake all those cars whilst that's happening. Yeah. But he did, basically.
Oh, so while that's what happening, he's overtaking cars?
Yeah, I think so. And then, so that was already a rule. And then there's a rule about, like, overtaking Hamilton whilst that's happening as well. Like, and apparently if he overtakes him whilst the car's out, the other, was it called again? The pit car, whatever the fuck you call it. You also supposed to get like a penalty. Multiples. Basically, he got screwed multiple ways. And
why do you think that is? Because a lot of people will say, "Oh, it's the race thing," because that would have made him the greatest driver
he was
ever. Apparently,
he was tied with
Schumacher.
Yeah. So you needed one more to be like.
I always think that there's a race agenda somewhere, but
that's the thing. A lot of people are making it about race.
No, but I also think
it was a race. Oh, boy.
No, but I definitely think it's about how Lewis Hamilton has been more outspoken about what he believes in more recently. Beforehand, when he was quiet, when he used to just turn up and just race. You think they're gonna cheat him?
That's a serious plot, though. You gotta like, how did they know a car was gonna crash near the end? Like, there's so much, bro.
They wouldn't have known a car was gonna crash, but in the sense that once it's crashed, we've got an opportunity now. Really? Because if that is the rules, why are you gonna break the rules when someone's about to break the record?
We just talked about technology. We talked about how the what's it called? The military has technology before us.
I just think they fucked up.
So if you're saying that the phone companies can manipulate the batteries in a phone, the car's not much different.
I know, but you're going a bit mad now. I feel like they just fucked up,
bro. It's got batteries.
That means that he would have had to been involved in it, and he done wrong because he overtook the cars when he shouldn't have. There would have to be so many moving parts.
I mean, why was he not disqualified for overtaking cars?
I don't know. Well, they tried to appeal. The appeal was denied, and now they're appealing the denial of the appeal. So, but I don't think it's. Do you know what it is? I think it's such a big thing to overturn it. They're going to take the heat.
I mean, what is as well is the thing that I've read up a little on it, that it's such an elite sport, right? Yeah. It's billionaires and their sons, and then also people from
rich person
so.
Sport.
With Hamilton, his dad and mum basically had to sacrifice and take him to do go-karting and push him along to reach that height from being someone from the black community who don't normally have a space in a place in that space.
He was on Blue Peter doing racing with the race cars, the RC cars.
So it's like, is it a thing that we're people that now we can't make this guy become the greatest driver ever?
He already is, though, isn't it? Really. He's won the most. He's won the most races ever.
But this would have really cemented his place in the history of championship.
He'll get another one
next year.
You know when? But just to go back onto what you said, you know when people say like, "Is they really gonna do all this?" Maybe not. But the thing that I hate is in years to come, when it comes out that they did do it, everyone's like, "Oh my god, how could they do that?"
COVID, isn't it? But in 50 years' time, there'll be Panorama if it still exists. COVID-19, what really happened 60 years ago?
Yeah.
And then the truth.
Could you imagine our kids talking about it when they're older? Like they'll be like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Even PPI, all them. Imagine how many times people have called you. How many people have said, "Oh, people, did you do this in this year in 2005? Did you sign up for it?" Well, you can now get your claim. It's gonna be the same, man.
And obviously that's what my missus does. She works for that company. And she even now, still going through the tens of thousands of PPI complaints. People are still getting money back from that.
Yeah.
I thought they stopped you. I thought they stopped the threshold of when you can.
But they still got but they're still working
backlog of people who done it. Okay.
Crazy, dude. Like that's a whole, and it's a private company that does it, so they're making dough as well. It's crazy. Yeah, I hear the calls all the time about people claiming. I'm just like mad.
Yeah, man. Lewis Hamilton next year is yours, man. Next year is
yours,
yours,
bro. Yeah, exactly.
I think he's getting knighted.
Although it's someone in the UK was like, listen, Lewis Hamilton ain't paying no tax. So he don't pay tax, does he? He doesn't live here. He lives in Switzerland and doesn't pay tax. He gets in bare shit for not paying tax. But I can't even hate on it. I had a conversation with my team the other day. They were like, "Oh, it's not fair. You should pay tax." I was like, "Listen, if I was making 100 mil plus, and I knew I was going to get 50% gone, or live in Switzerland and have 100%, I'm living in Switzerland
and just visit.
And with that, how does it work? Can you visit? Say, okay, I live in Switzerland and I visit London
visit.
two weeks every single month.
No, he can come over
he's-
whenever he wants.
Exactly.
No,
He's
but
just registered there.
okay, so I'm saying that could he come in and say, okay, I'm gonna start living in London for like the next 2 years, or is there the rules that you must?
I'm sure he can just live here when
actually
he wants.
abide?
No, I'm sure he can come
I
here
don't
when he
know.
wants, but he's registered there. It's like how
But I think there
people
must be
registered-
you can't
There's
can only
certain amount of
stay
time.
a amount
Yeah,
of time
yeah.
you might be able to stay
Might
here.
be,
Then
might be. They must going to do that to him for the amount of money that he makes, especially that he's not paying tax. But he can't. I don't think he can make money here. He can't make money elsewhere without it being a situation like he can't come here, live here, make money here, and then just be registered in Switzerland. I'm sure he has to do that for a certain
I
amount of time.
googled it, and the first headline comes up was from today. It's Jeremy Clarkson in brutal takedown of tax dodging Lewis Hamilton and Yob Max Verstappen. He can't help himself, can he? Jeremy Clarkson, what is wrong with that guy? He wants to get in trouble all the time. Sometimes I feel like he just does it.
Yeah, why
He
not?
just says crazy.
there's a lot of them. There's
He just says crazy.
Piers Morgan.
They're all- yeah.
They say what's the other one? The
They can't
racist
wait.
lady.
Oh, Kate, whatever her name
Yeah, Kate
is.
Hopkins.
They can't help
They say
themselves.
things that are gonna get them get them media attention.
Yeah,
Get
get
people
them in the
talking
media.
And it
generate
worked. We just spoke.
interest,
I just said it. So, yeah, it's
What I was gonna say, what do we think about? Because this is I've got a grievance with this, but what do we think about Denzel Washington?
Oh,
not
by the way, he
knowing-
bought his jet in the Isle of Man. So he's got a private jet. He bought that in the Isle of Man under a scheme. So he paid no tax on his £16.5 million jet. Do you know what's funny? I was in XL Exhibition Centre and at a like automotive and boat whatever expo.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was there buying a yacht. So he had all the security. I was like, "Who's that guy?" And he bought like a jet black. He bought a jet black yacht. And I was
Gangster.
like, "Bro, that's levels, isn't it? Jet
Bloody
black,
levels.
matte black." I walked past it. I was like, "That is amazing." And I saw him, and he was like walking in there to check it out. And I feel like a few months later, I saw that he bought it. I was like, "Bro,
He's supposed to be cash, no tax.
crazy money."
No, but Denzel Washington not knowing who Damson Idris is.
oh,
I mean, with that, it's no slight on him. We know who Dampton Idris is, and maybe doesn't watch as much TV. And I don't think Dampton Idris will take it as any sort of
offense.
cool. Maybe now you don't know, you didn't know who
Now
I
you
was.
know me.
Now you know me,
It's like,
and
now
watch
you know me.
Snowfall. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're in a film together in a couple of years. It's good.
I
Promo.
hope so. I'm just saying. I know that Samuel Jackson was slating. Who is he slating? Our guy from Get Out.
Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah, Daniel Kaluuya. I was gonna say David. That's why I knew I was gonna say it wrong. But some of these American actors are upset that UK actors are going over to UK
And getting
their parts and acting as Americans, and they're not liking it. So
It's
I do.
acting, isn't it?
Yeah, but I do feel that kind of Denzel's thing falls into that. The reason why I
You
say
reckon
that,
he kind of knows him?
the reason why I say that is because there's young American actors that he knows, and Snowfall hasn't been out for 5 minutes. So why doesn't he know who he is? He's not just been. If he's been over there for the last 2 years or something like that, then I'd be like, okay, cool.
Is it maybe she didn't say the name? 'Cause I think he made a joke about it. I think she said dancing.
Dancing address.
Yeah, something like that.
Or
So
something like that.
maybe
said
she
that?
didn't say it properly.
Damson Idris has now put out something that says "Call me dancing address" because that's what
How the woman
basically,
pronounced it,
yeah,
kind of, as
that's
well.
how the woman
Oh, so
announced it, and
they
that's how
both
kind
messed
of
up.
Denzel kind of said it. I personally think Denzel knows who he is. I just think Denzel's not trying to promote a UK head over American head.
Do you think that they have a point though? Like, okay, we got lots of young black Americans here in America who are trying to get out and trying to make the best of their lives and get opportunities, and then someone who's not even from America is coming over from the UK taking their parts? Or is that a bit of like, well,
No.
the people
So-
say,
you
oh,
gotta
the
step
Polish
your
are
game
coming
up.
over to take our
No,
jobs? Is it?
So we did a interview with London Hughes before, and she mentioned she gave us the in on this, that how in the UK the Black British UK actors are a very small percent of the UK TV. BBC doesn't promote it as much. ITV, all these
Same
other
for comedians,
Yeah,
same
same for
with-
comedians, same for everything. It's very small category. I think it's like maybe 1 to 5%. Don't quote me on that. But when they go to America, they can, because they've had to work so hard over here, they can write, they can direct, they can produce, they can act. That
was their main point, innit?
Yeah, they put in so much time into their craft of everything that they can do and what they can
Their
bring to
work
the
rate
table.
apparently is just
Their
much
work
higher
rate
here.
is out of this world. Whereas, unfortunately, some of the American actors and stuff like that, they learn that on the job. They wait for their first break, and then once they get their first break, they learn these things while they're already on the job. So some of them are just actors. They've got an agent, they've got a manager, they've got a team around them, and they're just an actor.
But that's what she's
it.
doing, man. She's done a Netflix special,
Yeah.
then she hosted a Netflix TV show, then she signed 2 movies.
Yeah.
So she sold a couple of scripts. So she's
And
doing
she's done something
everything. She's like,
working with Whoopi Goldberg and stuff
yeah.
like
So
that.
she's hitting
Another thing,
all
they
angles.
know what's called, the guys from the UK know how to network as well. There's so much more in the UK that we do, that when they go over there, the people that actually work with the guys from the UK are like, oh my God, they're multifaceted. They can do so much. They're doing so. Then they push them and they put them onto the big screen for what they're doing. It comes, and do you know what? We had Idris Elba. We had him, that kind of started the whole catalyst of that. And then more UK heads have gone over.
It's so crazy, right? Because I didn't know Idris Elba was initially when I wish you watched The Wire and Stringer Bell. I didn't know until later, and then I started seeing even in Homeland, the CIA boss in Homeland, he was from the UK. Like, and you were seeing with John Boyega, Damson Idris, Daniel Kaluuya, Bashi.
Yeah,
they're all starting to go over there and getting opportunities that I guess the UK sort of big screen isn't really big enough in the UK, if that makes sense. There's not enough money in it. And even if,
it's not
like,
just
where are you going to go?
They're not pushing them.
But also apparently, like she was saying, like they love the English accent. They love.
Is it
the
also that the English
personality.
seem a bit more articulate?
Yeah, they love
they're
that.
a bit of a
Americans,
gentleman.
apparently they eat that up.
Yeah.
They love it.
They love that, but they're also hard workers as well, because of the amount they've had to do over here. There's much more opportunities over there, and they're just walking through, and they're willing to go to every. So there's certain actors over in America that are trying to be a certain type of actor. Some of the UK heads are walking into every part, doing everything, and whatever comes back, it comes back. You know what I'm saying? Same thing like what's it called? Is it Tom Hardy? Do you see how much he's done? The span of what he's done, and how
another one where
now he's in Marvel
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But he was in Marvel, but he was also in DC. A lot of people haven't made that break. Do you know what I'm saying? Again, because and the one thing that I
Also,
always say,
he's sick.
but he's sick. But
also
one
helps.
thing I was gonna say is also what they do in the UK, which is a age-old thing, is the theatre. Like, I'm big about the theatre. Most of my work has been done in the theatre. I haven't done a lot of stuff on screen. Did something on Channel 4 recently, so go check that out, Random Acts. But I'm more a theatre actor, and I love people that have done things in theatre. It's much harder. It's different.
They go
every
in and
night.
out, innit?
Yeah, it's
go
different.
like
You got two shows a day. It's not just one thing that you do and then you carry on doing it. So when these people from the UK have been in theatre for a long time, or what the US call Broadway, when they go over and they go and do the American films and everything like that, they're one take.
Didn't what's his name? Is it Hugh Jackman? Did he start in the theatre?
Yeah, I think so.
Quite a few people.
There's a lot of
big names,
and
yeah,
there's a
that
lot of
started
names that
theatre.
come over from that are Americans that have come over here and done theatre as well. Who's
I used
the
to
main
love
guy that
acting.
was
Apparently,
in?
it's like one of the hardest. Like, 'cause
proper.
they're doing multiple shows a day. They're
Yeah.
doing like you're live. You can't mess up.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Literally,
I'm doing a theatre show next year, by the way.
Actors, well,
that the-
wait, let us know. But actors for me deserve all the money they get, because to learn the whole script, and then when you're actually filming, the amount of I mean, I go to different shoots, and we're just saying sort of 1 line, 2 lines, but we're filming there for the whole day, 7-8 hours. The other day we were filming something with Lad Bible. We're just there in the cold, but it takes like 4 or 5 hours just to get that thing, and then to move into the next scene, and you have to have different angles and keep repeating it over and over and over again. So imagine doing that for a whole film. Yeah, they deserve their money, man.
Yeah.
So it's long.
But big up Damson Idris anyway,
quite
man.
a few people put in the chat. What about Virgil? Virgil's death. Speak about that.
Virgil Abloh, yeah, I mean that was crazy, and also rest in peace Marvin Morgan, man. He's one from the
And rest in peace,
UK.
DJ Scholar.
Yeah,
That was a big hit.
Yeah,
That
that's
was a
crazy.
big hit. DJ Scholar is a massive DJ from
It's
more than a
Rough Squad,
DJ, he's
isn't it?
a
Rough Squad,
DJ. Yeah, from Rough Squad, DJ, producer, artist himself, and I know a lot about him from being connected to people in Bow. But his friends and the community of Bow came out the other day to give him a lot of limelight. There is certain things that gone on from his death, but we're not going to talk a lot about that. But him and the what's it called, and
Marvin
Morgan
big guy,
and
man.
Virgil and stuff like that. I just think it's quite harsh at the moment that these people are just going just like one after
It's
the other.
so crazy. Like November has been sort of just mad.
Did he keep? He didn't know, and he kept it all quiet, right? Is
What with his? He had cancer, didn't he?
Did he keep it
I
quiet?
mean, Virgil Abloh, I mean, it came out that he'd been suffering from a rare form of cancer
one
from
found out
ages
until-
ago until he passed. We only found out when he passed, apparently. And then with Marvin,
Same like Chadwick.
Yeah.
right, yeah. And with Marvin, it was a thing that where, it's unfortunate. I've heard. Obviously, I don't wanna go into specifics, but yeah, they're all just unfortunate
Very.
deaths and people who really impacted the community. And just, I like to say, like, rest in peace and condolences to their families, man.
Yeah. And it's harsh that it's them people that are what you would put in the influencer, influence. Yeah, why am I saying influencer?
You're right.
Influencer, bracket that people know of. Back in the day, these things used to happen. Like people of different cultures used to die one after the other. And people didn't know. Someone knew in this area, someone knew in that area, someone knew in that area. But I'm sure why people are saying to talk on it is literally because it's like it's just one after the other. I hope there's no more before the end of the year, but we can only hope. We can only hope.
Do you think it's more than, or is it because social media, we hear about more?
Yeah, I think social media, everything happens so quickly. You
What's
hear
scary
about
about that though is it's like it's a story one day and the next day it's just forgotten.
But that is life in itself. Like I said, I went to a funeral on Friday, and it just shows you how
Short life is.
Yeah.
People will celebrate you, and then a couple of days later, we have to get on with our lives because the world don't stop just because of you. That's how insignificant we are to the greater world. And with your family, they'll mourn for a little while, but they too must go on. I mean, I seen something the other day. I'm a big space geek. Like, I love the space, the universe, and I watched something where it kind of shows how small and insignificant we are.
It always
You
messes
see
me up
that?
when I see that.
So basically, it started off as a piece of grass, then the land, then Earth,
Keeps going.
then it expands to our solar system, and then the different planets, and then the different stars, and then for the different stars,
we're just part of a star.
the Milky Way, and then the Milky Way into all the different galaxies, and these galaxies are part of this cluster, and then after that, it sort of shows the universe, but then it shows, okay, more universes. I thought, I'm done. I'm done. It's crazy.
There was something that I saw about that. I don't know if you know about it, but sometimes with the black holes, when they try to measure the black holes or anything like that, they say that like obviously the Earth, someone could go round it in they say 180 days or however quick now, faster things can go round. But to go from this side, how they try to measure it, to go from this side to that side of the black hole would take 35 years. So if you think that like someone can go around the world in days, but to go through this massive black hole, which is like however far away from us, light years away from us, it would take 35 years to measure.
Someone even I put something out yesterday, I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's showing that if you want to look back in time, just look up in the stars, because the light that's coming is coming from lights that were sent to us from years and hundreds and thousands of years ago. And someone literally put in a comment that him and his son was watching a show where there's like a star, that if you was to use a jet airplane or something to go around it, it would take 1,000 years just to go around that star, which is just crazy.
The sun is the star, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the sun's coming to its end now.
I know, that's the crazy thing. Yeah, we'll say the end. It's not next week, everyone. We're good. We're good.
We haven't had enough sun for it to be finishing up.
Yeah.
We got anything else? What we got in the chat?
RTV said, Bobby, would you like to go into orbit?
Oh, that's my biggest dream. I'd be so scared, but honestly, I would love to go to space. Like literally, like.
Are you gonna, who if you go to space, and you can choose one person to interview while you're in space, who are you interviewing? Also, I guarantee you, terrible quality as well, won't it, in space?
The quality, no sound. I don't know, you know.
If you could interview actually, that's a good question. You just come up with yourself. If you could interview with one person, dead or alive, who would it be? Who's your all time? You must have that all time. Like, I wish I could get that guest.
There's not an all time, but I'm a big historian. I love history.
Okay.
And I always want to think, if I had a time machine, go back in time, I wanted to go back to the Egyptian time, the Aztec times. I want to speak to Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan, Moses, all these sort of great figureheads of ancient times, just like the mindset. How did people live those days? I love history, and so I'm not sure who I'll choose, to be fair. But yeah, I would definitely love to go to orbit.
That'd be mad.
RTP, help fund me, man. Help fund me, man. Subscribe to the channel so we can get more
He said
advertising.
earlier, I think he said earlier that he's all subscribed up and he's been to events and everything.
Oh, big you up, man. Big you up, man. Appreciate it, man.
So, but also for in the chat, so let us know some topics as well. We want to make this interactive. From next week, we're going to have a producer. So just so you know, some of you are looking at the screen with the mad cameras. From next week, we're going to have it all switched, like produced, like switching camera angles and all of that, video intro, outro, all of that stuff. So this is just us getting started.
Quickly,
on
also to add, I know you guys are not football people. Champions League. We don't know if it's a fix or not. Man United was in the wrong draw. They didn't put them in, and now they're playing PSG, who conveniently have Messi. Man United have Ronaldo. Have they put this together so that Ronaldo
is a conspiracy?
is at the last hurrah? Because literally,
against each other.
yeah,
before.
Man United were meant to play. Were meant to be in a draw with Atletico Madrid, and they weren't in that draw for some reason. Someone forgot to put their ball in there, and then they got them. Then
you really?
and then they got them drawn to Villarreal, but you can't play the same team that you had already in the group stages, so they couldn't play Villarreal. Then they've done it again, and all of a sudden, they've got PSG. I don't know. Yeah. But is it the final dance, Ronaldo versus Messi, one last
do
time?
I even have, given the current form, do I even need to ask who's going to win that?
Well, PSG are not doing too great themselves, to be fair, but let's see. I mean, Ronaldo, because he's taking on Messi, he's going to go all out.
But he's not taking on Messi.
He is. Ronaldo, I love it. I prefer Ronaldo to Messi.
The competition, that's what
but
makes him great.
At the moment, it's looking likely that Messi is going to finish his career with more Ballon d'Ors than Ronaldo. Messi has 7, Ronaldo only has 5. They're both in their late 30s now.
You think that's keeping them awake at night? I don't think so.
100%.
Really?
100%.
Competitive as hell.
Ronaldo.
Wow.
Someone, I think Cassano, Alexandre, I don't know if I can't remember his first name, but Cassano put a message the other day and said that, Ronaldo messaged him. I think he's been dissing Ronaldo, and he said that Ronaldo messaged him and said, like, look, respect me, because Ronaldo now's got the most goals ever. Said, I got 801 goals. Respect me. And Cassano said, bro, why are you messaging me for? Like, you got everything you want in the world. That's why. That's
why
why.
does this matter?
He said that's why people prefer Messi, because he doesn't care about these sort of things.
Yeah.
So of course Ronaldo cares. He cares.
He cares. The fact that you
Yes.
replied. The thing is, again, when you get to that level, everything means a lot to you. If you know, I saw that video.
But I think he's that kind of person as well. The competitiveness just
I
takes
saw a
him
video in
over.
the changing room where he's cussing everyone out.
Yeah. I think he's just
Where he's in the
telling them,
changing room and
wrong,
he's like, "What the fuck is?" He's like switching out on all the players, and he's.
But that's passionate. That's passionate. 'Cause I understand that. For me, I'm like that when I go to our team and we lost again. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, guys? What's this?
Do you have players in your team that turn to the rest of the team right now and say, "Boys, 3-4 games in a row we lost. Come on, man."
100%. There's players. I mean, there's one guy. He's my favorite player, Dante, but he's got such an attitude, and the other players get onto him because But I think because he demands so much from others, because he's performing well, so he demands so much from others as well. But I always tell him, like, Dante, calm it down a little bit. But yeah, there's players who will talk and change him. I mean, lately I've sort of taken a back seat because I'm not the coach. Yeah, I'm just the chairman. But I go to every single game. I'm there, and it's just been disappointing seeing how things are. So I've spoken to the team and said, look, we need to improve. So like I said, the trials coming soon, guys. So yeah, hit me up.
People were messaging in as well earlier. They're like, "I want to get involved in the trials."
Yeah, no, definitely, we'll make it happen.
Yeah. I think that's it. I think we're out of everything right now.
We're done.
So, listen, everyone in the chat, please hit that like button. It really helps us as well on the channel, show your support. We said, as we mentioned earlier, 80% of you are tuning in to watch Bobby's videos or interviews every
guys,
week, but you haven't subscribed.
Every Monday we're gonna be live. No one else, I think, is going live every single Monday or any single day. So we're trying to make this the biggest podcast in the UK. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Give us some topics. DM us. Follow the Instagram page as well, Late Night London, and there's different shows that's gonna be coming on there as well. Yeah. Big up.
Also the YouTube, follow the Late Night London YouTube channel. Subscribe there. We have like longer form interviews on there as well. But yeah,
the recent one that came out.
Yeah, and also if you don't like watching videos, Spotify, anywhere you can listen.
Yeah.
So anything we're uploading.
Even though
uploading them all
I'm
there.
not in every show, but when what I do is when I'm on the train and I'm able to watch the YouTube, and then when I jump on my bike to carry on riding, I jump on my Spotify. Yeah, because I haven't got the premium to be able to keep it rolling.
Yeah.
But guys, it's free. Notification, like this is my thing. I say this, it's free. Whether it's the Instagram, whether it's the YouTube, the subscriptions, the notification, it's all free. You're not even getting charged to
Listen,
do it.
even if you dislike, please do it.
Yeah,
all
even
helps.
if you dislike,
It all helps.
If you have to jump on Spotify, if you have to jump on what is it now, the premium, if you have to jump on SoundCloud, all these things you have to pay for to do a subscription. What's
that thing on the Snapchat that the kids will talk about, streaks, right? I think where you're continuously on Snapchat every single day, and then the moment you're not on Snapchat no more, you have to sort of start again. Yeah. So we're gonna probably have to do that with our fans. So by the end of the year, we'll see who has been here every single week.
RTP,
so RTP's been there 2 weeks in a row. So, but to make it fair, we're gonna start it from next week.
RTP's our number one at the moment.
Yeah, so
he's number one. He's number one. And as I said, also make sure like just leave any comments that you put in here about topics. You know, I'm gonna dilemmas, whatever. I'm gonna pick them up. So, and I'm checking the chat as you can all see.
Yeah, let's do dilemmas. You know,
Dilemmas.
Dilemmas is a good one.
Also, let us know what do you think about. We said this last week, but we got the availability to do live video
and calling,
so we could bring everyone in on the screen. So we can bring like quite a few of you in up. Like I can bring as many people as possible. I can do a whole group call of bare people.
And is it via Zoom?
Yeah.
Let's try it next week.
I can bring in bare people. I can drop a Zoom link in the chat. We can bring people in. We can do live phone-ins. Now we're gonna have our producer. We can do basically whatever we want. So, but we want to let you guys take control. So just let us know as well. But apart from that, I promise all of you people in the group, I'll keep pushing my man to release videos. They're on you about releasing videos.
They're coming, man. They're coming.
Release the videos.
I'm trying to make sure I have a good Boxing Day. So Boxing Day, look out for the videos on Boxing Day. I'm not sure which one's gonna come out then.
That's exclusive.
Yeah.
Also, we'll do this next time, but we forgot to talk about the new movies that are coming out. Matrix, the other ones.
I'm a ride or die. I'm not gonna lie. I think the Matrix film's gonna be rubbish, but I'm gonna watch it.
You're gonna watch it though.
I might even go cinema. I'm gonna watch it. I know that
you can't not watch it.
Yeah, I have to.
You can't not watch it.
I want to know what's gonna happen. I see him in therapy and all that kind of stuff. I gotta watch it. Keanu Reeves is a gangster in film and in life. Wicked. At the time when it was gonna come out before, I think they were gonna bring out John Wick and The Matrix all in the same week, same day, something
That's
like
why
that.
they delayed it, innit?
Yeah, well, originally that's what was gonna happen, and then lockdown.
Do you know what still blows my mind? That it was really close to Will Smith being Neo.
Yeah, it's mad. That sounds crazy. That sounds
and
crazy.
I think it was because he wanted to, because Will Smith, whenever he signs contracts, he likes to add a bit of Will Smith in. You know, every movie is a bit of Will Smith.
Yeah.
He has like contract where he can add lines and that and change. And Wachowski brothers, now sisters. So the two brothers that made The Matrix are now women. If you didn't know that.
Wait, hang on. Start again.
I didn't know that.
Did you not know that? So the two brothers, the Wachowski sisters, they used to be men, have had full sex change.
So both of them
transition. They've transitioned.
Imagine you chatting with your brother, like, bro, do you wanna become a woman?
I guess they're both that way inclined anyway.
It must be, but it's mad, isn't it? What's the odds that two brothers that were producers became the Wachowski sisters, but only one of them produced this one? So I know they had an argument, or they're just like, you do it, bro. You take the next Matrix.
You do it, sis.
You do it, sis.
You sis. Yeah. Did you not know that?
I mean, before we're about to wrap up, I know.
We said that about 10 minutes
I
ago.
heard that Matrix, that what's it called? Neo is meant to be a descendant of John Connors from Terminator.
What the fuck?
Whoa.
Bro,
Let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that.
What?
I'll bring you the proof next week.
You bring me the proof? I don't even know what to say. I'm lost.
I'll bring the proof next week.
Okay. And
on that, we wrap.
Yep. See you later, guys.
Easy. I got to stop the stream, but yeah, see you later, everyone.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's literally a black woman apparently said that she was trying to sue. She wrote the 2 books of the Terminator.
Oh, she got money for that.
Yeah,
she got super amount of, she got millions.
Yeah,
she got stupid amount of millions. She's got like 332 million, I think she got.
Yeah,
because she written the original book about what it was all supposed to be about.
Yeah, and she said Terminator and Neo is meant to be the same person. She said she wrote the whole